is Cindy Larson, and I teach the Beluga Whale classroom. I have been blessed to be a part of the first grade for the last 18 years. Something unique about me is my daughter began Quest in first grade and graduated quite a while ago, went all the way through eighth grade.
Wow. My name is Kristen Fiore. I am the teacher of the Dolphin Classroom. I've also been here for 18 years, which means we've been here for 36 combined. Um, I'm married. I don't have kids of my own, but I have stepdaughters that I have raised since they were 11, 13, and 15. So I've gone through the trenches. So we've had a lot of experience here at Quest Academy. We want to welcome you here to first grade. We want you to know that your child will always be well taken care of when they walk through our doors. They're well loved. And we want to just thank you for trusting your children's learning to us.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And we both really do look forward to facilitating your child's first grade learning experiences. When Kristen and I sat down and we thought, what is it we would like you to walk away with at the end of the Odyssey? We had a really super long list, and we both looked at each other as we love to over communicate and thought, let's choose two. So we thought we would present tonight two pieces of the most important pieces of the puzzle that really, once those two pieces are in place, the picture of the puzzle will fill in throughout the year. Those two things are critical thinking and social emotional learning. We thought the best way to do that is to take you on a journey and show you the stars of the show, our first grade students.
In first grade, students are encouraged to be themselves. As you can see, we picked out words that represent who we truly feel we are. Happy, original, honest, friendly, or maybe just available. Each of these words means something at the beginning of the year as a goal. We then revisit that goal throughout the year to see how we're doing. Are we staying on track? Are we being ourselves? This beginning of setting goals, checking in with ourselves, really understanding who we are as learners is such a huge part of first grade. Seeing yourself as a reader, seeing yourself as a writer. Why do we focus on this at Quest Academy? Social emotional learning is so important across every subject. There's many parts that we focus on. It could be empathy for others, celebrations for people, to think of yourself as part of a group, as part of a family. We incorporate social, emotional learning through all the subjects. Reading, we read books such as Mistakes That Worked, The Girl Who Didn't Want to Make a Mistake, What If Everybody Did That, and more. These books are used to learn about story elements, reading strategies, as well as encouraging discussions about emotions and a growth mindset. We use writing as a way to express ourselves. One of our writing assignments was to write down our worries, things that were really bothering us that week or that month or that year, folding up the piece of paper and putting it in a fun box. That fun box was sent out and came back with all of this cool stuff, party goods, pencils, notebooks, things that would make us feel fuller, happier, and more positive at school. Weekly class meetings also gives students a chance to talk in a safe, nurturing environment. We start with compliments, telling each other what we saw in each other that week and what we really liked. We follow up with any issues, we talk about an agenda, and we talk about our future. We also have jobs in the classroom. It creates a community. People actually fight to turn on the lights or turn off the lights or wash a desk. In first grade, you can see this picture where the students were celebrating at a Mistakes That Worked party, holding Slinkies that were once considered garbage or a mistake, and now we couldn't think of life without them. Social emotional learning has so many parts and so many ways that students can grow. We've talked about empathy, building self-esteem, motivation, positive decision making, commitment to each other, to our schooling, and being aware of who we are. In first grade, we truly are having a great time learning, not only about the academics, but about ourselves.
There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle that make up first grade. But as Kristen and I just shared with you, tonight we'll focus on two: critical thinking and social emotional learning. What you are about to see is a collection of visual pictures and a dialogue that will go into detail these very two important aspects of first grade. I will first speak to critical thinking. Critical thinking is a skill that focuses on using logic and analysis. It's really not just about memorizing facts to be able to answer questions or solve problems. So essentially, critical thinking relies on the practice of how to think, not what to think. During first grade, the children will partake in activities that foster critical thinking. Why is this even important? Because gifted students deeply internalize their understanding, they are ready to use logical thought and clear reasoning to gain new insights into what they're learning. In order to develop these critical and creative thinking skills as thinking habits, our students engage in thinking activities frequently, in meaningful and in appropriate contexts. Designing lessons that foster critical thinking is always our ongoing goal. Ways in which we enhance critical thinking and problem solving in our daily lessons is by allowing our students the freedom and flexibility to learn in a way that matches their learning style. We design lessons that are project-based learning. Project-based learning is a teaching method in which students gain knowledge and skills by working for an extended period of time to deeply investigate an area of study. It is during this time that we model and coach our children how to be able to ask the who, what, why, where, when, and how questions, as well as finding the answers. It is our goal for the children to become confident and courageous, and most importantly, not afraid to make a mistake. Taking risk and making mistakes during the process of learning and being able to remove perhaps any preconceived ideas or limitations that they may feel they have is no small feat. And offering these challenges to our students are one of the best strategies for developing confidence in the first grader's ability as a gifted learner. Critical thinking indeed requires the children to make decisions on their own. Regardless of what we are learning, the children learn by experience. So what does this really mean to the learning process? It allows for exploration and inquiry and retained knowledge based on experience. Equally important is providing the emotional support and encouragement to tackle these challenges. The children also work on adapting a growth mindset. Asking for help is a key component of these challenges too, and this is no small feat for our first graders.